trailer from a new short film entitled 11 Minutes. One talented local filmmaker took a very personal experience and created a powerful and unique new film, all shot right here in Sacramento. So here to share the story behind the film and what it took to make it is director and producer of 11 Minutes. We have Tom Botchii and the star of the incredible film. It is Rafael Siegel, and you may recognize him. He filled in for me while I was on maternity leave. It's great to have you back on the show, Rafael.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Yes.
I feel like I'm home again, yet again.
Yet again, you're like a boomerang.
That's right, but I'll be kicked out yet again, so that's kind of weird.
Keep it down.
And Tom, so Tom, you're the director, you're the writer of this film, 11 Minutes. Where did the idea for the story come from?
So the film itself is a short psychological thriller. It kind of centers around the last moments of one guy's life as he has like a descent into madness and what he does with that time. But what makes it unique is I used a suicide note I had written 15 years ago as the script.
Oh, wow.
Because I wanted to attach a personal element, make it more realistic, give it a gritty feel.
Yeah, and that's an extremely personal thing to add to your art. And in Rafael, though, how did you get involved in the project?
Well, see, I know Tom because we worked on a few projects before, feature film and then also a music video, and I saw how that music video turned out. And once you see someone's work and you see that he's a proven commodity and he has talent, then you always want to be part of those projects going forward because they're just going to get better.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened.
So in short, Tom is excellent at what he does, and you enjoy working with him.
Without giving him too much of an ego, yes, he is very good at what he does, and it's evident by his work, and that's the key. He's letting his work speak for itself, and that's the key.
And Tom, why in turn did you find it important to work with Rafael?
Well, as you can see, Rafael is the most energetic, nicest man on earth.
No.
And when you have that much energy, it's always good to try to channel that into a certain role. People who have high energy, whether it's a dark role, a comedic role, they know how to channel it really, really well. And plus, we had worked together prior, and I trusted his work.
Yeah. And let's talk about the challenge that all filmmakers have, regardless if you're doing a blockbuster or if you're doing something small and independent, the budget. You always have a budget to work with. So how did you make all this happen on a very small budget?
Well, I paid people in high fives and hugs, but I give great hugs. So I just like to point that out right now. I mean, Rafael could attest to that.
So Rafael's payment was in hugs?
Yes.
Excellent.
And
well worth it.
And you know, it's just it's all about kind of working within your limits to make the most amount happen. So if you know somebody who owns a restaurant, if you know somebody who has a car you can use, I mean, those are the people you go to versus renting out, and you just try to work within that budget as much as you can. So. And
what's the benefit of shooting a film in a community like Sacramento versus the #1 market, Los Angeles?
Well, the cost is here to make a film is much lower than in LA. I don't have to pay production insurance. Again, I could do things under the radar. I could work with people who want to be involved and are passionate versus out there to get a paycheck.
Yeah, and if you could give any advice to any aspiring filmmakers, because there's filmmakers in every single city pretty much in this entire country, what would you say to them?
I would tell people to be stupid. No matter what your idea is, the worse the idea, the more terrible the idea, the better, because it allows you to be creative. So don't ever be too smart to be too good to do a project. If a project sounds outlandish, do it.
I like that. That's fantastic. So you're encouraging, you need to think outside the box.
Right.
Don't play it safe. Take the risks and do something
extremely
outlandish.
Stupid. Everybody.
Okay. Or be stupid, as Tom would say. What about you, Rafael?
Really successful at this point.
What's your advice for aspiring actors?
Really, it comes down to this. There's no need for ego. There's really not. We're not curing cancer. One day you may be dressed up as a clown, the next day you may be dressed up as a waiter or a doctor. I mean, these are just, we're playing pretend. So there's no need to walk around like you're better than someone. Also, I think that if you need to backstab someone or you need to take credit for their work just to get attention for yourself, you're doing this for the wrong reason.
Yes. Well, and as Tom said, it's all about supporting each other in the community. Artists come together to make something happen, so you want to make sure that you don't burn your bridges, right?
No, especially in a small community like this, right?
Yes. So everyone, you can view 11 Minutes in its entirety on our Facebook page. Check it out. It'll be in film festivals soon. You have a great day today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.